My name is Max Strauss with ProInterviews.org, Facebook.com/ProInterviews, and Twitter.com/ProInterviews. I'd like to welcome you to the interview with Nick Folk. Folk attended the University of Arizona from 2003 through 2005. During his senior year, he was an All-Pac 10 selection. He played both punter and kicker during his senior season. He then entered the 2006 NFL Draft and was drafted in the 6th round, 178th overall, to the Dallas Cowboys. During his rookie season, he set the franchise record for most points scored by a kicker in Cowboys history. He appeared in his first Pro Bowl in 2007. In the 2010 offseason, he moved to the New York Jets. He kicked the game-winning field goal for the Jets in their final seconds of the wild-card playoff game against the Colts. Here's the interview with Nick Folk. I hope you enjoy the collages also. Please check out below to read his answers to the personal questions. How do you connect with your fans?
I get to a lot of charity events. I have a charity I work with pretty closely, the Children's Junior Foundation, and I could get out as much as possible for anything the Jets or any teams try to get me out to, just to go interact with them as much as possible. And I know it's hard for us to get out and interact a lot with fans because we're busy so often, and then in the off season we're not like I'm in Southern California. I'm not even in the New Jersey, New York area, so it's hard for me to get out with the really the fans that are at all the games. So I'm out here trying to do my training and do as much as I can to prepare for next season. It's just tough to meet everyone, but I try as much as possible. People send fan mail. I'll send as much as I can back, if not everything. And I'm pretty good about getting stuff. I'll take as many pictures as possible for within the time frame that I have. If I have to go somewhere and people want a bunch of pictures, I'm sorry, but I have to be places to do. So it's I try to get out as much as possible and have a good time with it.
Mm-hmm. What was your high school football experience like?
High school football was fun. Went to a private high school, and I didn't know anyone except for 5 people I knew that went to my high school from my middle school. And the one guy that was going was he was going to play football, so I was like, all right, I'll go play football. And I knew I was just going to be a kicker because the year before I got from my middle school, a kid went to my high school, and he just kicked as well, and that's all he wanted to do. So I knew I could do that, so I just like, I'll go be a kicker and meet some people. So it started out as a thing to meet some people. Met a lot of great people, had a lot of fun. Ended up having a great time playing high school football. It was just a lot of fun. California. It was we got for a lot of competitive high school athletics, and ended up getting my way into college playing football. It was pretty awesome.
How hard was it for you to give up soccer?
Very hard. I almost went to college to play soccer, but I didn't. I chose football instead.
What was the transition like from high school to college?
It was tough. I mean, we had a lot going on, but it was pretty easy as far as football. I mean, football was tough too because in high school you kick off the tee for field goals, and then you have to kick off the ground in college. So I trained all summer and stuff to get ready to kick off the ground and whatnot. But as far as getting there, all the guys were great. They all really respected everyone for coming in and pushing pretty hard to do their job. And we all had a great time. And they made it a pretty easy, seamless transition for me. So I really enjoyed playing there, and it was a lot of fun.
During your senior season, you were All-Pac 10 while playing both punter and kicker for Arizona. What was that like?
It was more out of necessity. I went to punt my junior year. I punted the last 4.5 years because my roommate, one of my best friends, ended up getting hurt, tore his ACL during one of the games, and we didn't have a punter. I was backup. So I ended up punting pretty well at the end of the year, and it was just kind of going into my senior year. We had a couple guys try to do it, and then more out of necessity, I needed to punt, so I ended up punting. And, it is what it is. And I had a good time doing it. Had a lot of fun. But I knew where my true heart was, and my heart was really in field goal kicking. It was definitely a lot more my style, I guess you could say. And we had a good time with it.
Do you have a favorite memory from Arizona?
I have to say it was hitting the game-winning kick my senior year, first game of the year against BYU. It got up to a good start. We ended up kind of helping the program turn around then. We got them back to 500. My 5 years at Arizona wasn't the most glamorous 5 years, I can tell you that much. But, we did a good job, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time with it. And
what was your draft day experience like?
oh, man, we had a big party. We didn't know what was going to happen. We just kind of, the first day, it was just kind of like family and friends at the house, and we just this was when the draft was only 2 days, and it was Saturday, Sunday. We just kind of relaxed, had a good time. We went out to dinner with John Wooden, the legendary UCLA basketball coach, the night before I got drafted, so the Saturday of the draft, and that was a lot of fun. Sitting next to him, picked his brain for a long time about anything and everything, and we had a great time doing that. And then the next day, we just kind of sat around, waited for phone calls, and then as soon as I got drafted, we had a lot of people over, had a big party, and couldn't have asked for a better experience.
Coming into the Cowboys, how is it different being a kicker than like another player that was drafted?
For the other guys, I will say it's harder because they have to learn all the playbooks and all the terminology. For me, it's kick the ball there and then kick it through the upright. It was a lot more simple for me to learn what I had to do, and I just had to keep kind of going from college, and from college to the NFL. The big difference then was just kicking off from the 30 instead of the 35. So there was no difference as far as technique goes, field goal wise or kickoff wise. So for me, it was a seamless transition. I had a great group of guys doing that, with Matt McBride, LB, our snapper, and then Martin Gramatica was really good about helping me out. He helped me. I got to pick his brain a little bit, and we had a good time doing that. And I ended up got left beating him out in camp, but he's a great guy. I can't say enough good things about Martin, and he's done a great job.
In 2007, you set the franchise record for most points by kicker for the Cowboys. Looking back on that year, how did that shape you throughout your career?
It was great. It was, I was kind of like a deer in headlights. I was just kind of looking around, and then I was just trying to do my job and help the team win as many games as I could. And, I ended up helping them win a couple games, and it was a lot of fun. And that was the big thing I took from that was my rookie year was so much fun that you have to remember this is still just a game, and that having fun is the best way to play this game. So, we had a great time. We ended up going 13-3. We ended up losing in the divisional round to end up Super Bowl champions. But, we had a good time. We played really well and had a lot of fun.
What was the Pro Bowl like your rookie year?
A lot of fun. Going to Hawaii is a good time anytime you can get it. So, I got my whole family out there. We had a great time doing that. It was a blast. Trying to get back there as soon as I can.
What was the transition like from the Cowboys to the Jets?
It was pretty seamless. Training for football is just training for football, so it's easy. It wasn't really hard. It's just a different group of guys, but great group of guys all around from, everyone on the Jets and everyone on the Cowboys has moved there too. So we had a good time doing that, and hopefully we'll get back together pretty soon.
Mike Westhoff is known as one of the best special team coaches in the NFL today. How has he helped you better your game?
Just being around, paying attention to the fine detail, He's been a true help there. Just being able to point out little things that he's seen. Because he's been around a lot of great guys over the years, so it's been pretty good to work with him. A lot of fun. So.
Could you take me through your game-winning kick in the playoff wildcard game against the Colts?
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember much of it. I remember Braylon catching the pass. That was about it. And then I remember celebrating with Steve afterwards for a little bit, and then the media started happening. I couldn't tell you what happened in between all that other stuff. I really didn't pay much attention to it. Tried to block it all out, and I think I did a pretty good job of it. You recall by watching it on TV.
By watching it on TV, how'd you feel?
I felt good. I felt like I hit the ball really well. I felt pretty confident going in. And, I hit the ball solid and made good contact and just tried to put it right through.
I heard you recently had a charity event. Will you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, I had a walk out up in my LAX. Went out with the co-host of that with Rich Bowman, one of the weathermen out here in Southern California. Does a great job. We had a great time. I think we raised, close to $70,000 or so. So it's a good weekend. Good day.
If you had to describe yourself as any ice cream flavor, what would you be and why?
What kind of ice cream flavor would I be? Mint chocolate chip. That's my favorite.
For someone who wants to play football in the NFL, what's the best advice you can give them?
Just keep working. Keep working hard and keep your head up no matter what. Have fun. Like I said, it's still just a game no matter what happens. It's just a game. The more fun you have, the better off you're going to be. That's what I think in the long run. So just keep trying, keep working hard, and have fun.
Is there anything else you want to tell your fans that we haven't really talked about?
Just go to www.cpf.org and donate if you would like to a great cause, Children's Super Foundation, and help out the little kids in need. If they want, that'd be great.
Thank you so much for your time, Nick. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Max. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the interview with Nick Folk. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you leave your comments below as well. Please check out my website, prointerviews.org, for other interviews. Like the Facebook page at facebook.com/prointerviews. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/prointerviews. Subscribe to me on YouTube at youtube.com/prointerviews. Thanks again for listening. Stay tuned for more, and feel free to contact me.